Okay, so hello everybody. This is Mona, the creator of Thepagenews.org, for all your inside local news, entertainment, things like that, music, entertainment, lifestyle, just all around general how I do. And I'm sending you this video tonight because I really want to touch base on what has taken place that in the state capital of North Carolina. Yeah, Raleigh. And it involves Beyonce. I love B. I love B. As a fan, let me tell you, there's nothing more exciting knowing that your favorite artist is making headlines in your own state. But recently, since the Super Bowl, a lot of controversy following the song Formation, following the video of Formation, following the halftime performance, which I thought was really, really great. It meant something to black culture, you know, whether you want to admit that or not. A lot of people have long forgotten the Black Panther Party and the contributions that they made to the black community. I think it was pretty good. You know, it was good for her to do something like that, and because a lot of people have just long forgot about them, and for her to bring that back, and just show her overall support for it is good for me, good enough for me as a fan. However, of course, everybody who is aware, Beyonce is about to embark on a tour for Formation, and a lot of the cities that she will be, hosting or performing in, some of them are boycotting the show. And the weird part about this is the people who are boycotting the show are security. Police officers, lawmen, officers of the law, and even private security organizations and unions that feel like her whole thing with Formation, the video, and about black, stop shooting us type of thing, that is offensive. It draws attention, so they say, to police officers. It's like her basically saying, all police officers are crooked, which I'm pretty sure a percentage of America thinks that already. She just was bold enough to say it, kind of, a little bit, not too much. But for those who haven't watched the video, you have to watch the video to understand the whole purpose of how significant that part is. If you blink more than twice, you probably will miss it. But towards the end, you see a little bit of it. But anyway, getting back to Raleigh. She has a show here coming up soon in Raleigh at Carter-Finley Stadium. And it's in May. And all of a sudden, the police union of Raleigh decided they were going to take a vote on boycotting the show. Okay, let me tell you how maybe 2 points of this is probably wrong. One, regardless of the situation about a video, this is still a concert. Let's not forget that. This is still a concert. Someone is performing and the public will be in attendance. I would think people would want to make sure that everyone's safe. Regardless if nothing happens or nothing pops off, you would want to make sure they're safe, correct? 2, they made a decision, actually. They actually voted on Tuesday night. They voted anonymously not to boycott security to work for Beyonce's concert in May. And this is coming from the union spokesman, Mr. Rick Armstrong, who basically has says there are concerns over the perceived anti-law enforcement images, which is the images out of the Formation video. He says, Beyonce used in her performance in her most recent music video Union members took an oath to protect and serve all citizens regardless of their political beliefs. Boom. That ends that. If you take a oath, that's just like the army or any branch of the military telling you, oh, we're not going to go to war. What do you mean? You took an oath. You swore that you would protect this land from all and anything, domestic, foreign, and anything else terrorist wise. To me, this is about doing what you're supposed to do because you took an oath. Once you take an oath, that's it. And you can't let your religious belief, personal beliefs, whatever, you can't let that come in and interfere doing your job. And if you do, then you really have to have a valid reason. And in this case, they voted to not boycott it. So somebody wants to get paid. That's what you're telling me. That's what it sounds like. And even though, Mr. Rick Armstrong goes on the record to say, let us be very clear, the Raleigh Police Protective Association does not condone violence against police officers. Quote, unquote. There is nothing in this video, from what I have looked at, and I have looked at this video more than once, there is nothing in this video that says that is going that route, or even taking that route, to say all cops should die, or anything like that. That's not it. If you have an opinion about the video, I would tell you to look at the history of the Black Panther Party, look at the history of the New Orleans Hurricane Katrina situation, and then look at police brutality amongst African Americans, because the rate amongst African Americans to white people from dying from the hands of policemen is higher for white people than it is for black people. But we have our own situations that deal with police brutality and it not being held in the court of law. That's our issues. We have a problem with our people dying at the hands of police officers who probably could have done their job a little bit better to ensure that, okay, well, we're not going to kill this person, we're going to wound them. Or, and then when they sent to trial, a lot of it is unjustified. There's no justice. That's our fight. That's our way of expressing it and saying it. It's true. But, I'm not going to sit here and say that all lives don't matter. All lives do matter. It's just how it's handled in our case. So, in the black community, it's how it's handled. So that's, and I think, Beyonce is just one of the few, like one of the many of people who will have a lot of artistic expression in the future. Not just her, it'll be a lot of more people. To me, this opens up the door that, that the culture was so heavy on back in the early 90s, late 80s, when you had NWA, who was very artistic, expressive when it came to their Express Yourself video. You had Ice-T with Cop Killer. I mean, you had a whole bunch of people who, artists really, who were very political, very outspoken. They felt like justice wasn't done right for the black community. And I personally feel like this won't be the last of it. And regardless of what people want to say and do, and you can boycott all day, for not providing security, but I feel like you're not holding an oath. Hold the oath. That's what you took it for. To protect people regardless, to make sure people are safe regardless. And I feel like she, as a performer, should have that protection. Period. But to boycott or to get information? You know it.